Hi Libra, thanks for joining me. Hope you guys are good, and to hope everyone's good who's watching, actually. We're going to do a tarot spread now for you guys. Just a 3-card spread this time, and it comes from this deck, Anne Stokes Legends deck. And this really links us to the old energies, you know, the ancient energies, the woodland energies, if you will, from all the myths and fables that go right back to the time when the earth just hadn't got as crazy as it is now. Really, just all the time of history up to about the last century. That's when it's gone really mad. But yeah, ancient wisdom here. You can see a butterfly goddess lady riding the unicorn, and that's what it's all about. Unicorns, dragons, that kind of thing. Rather fantastic, actually, I know. But when we ground ourselves and when we think seriously about the mission we have in life, these things become incredibly relevant, do they not? Okay, so the moon is just about to enter Libra as I'm doing this, actually. So it's a great time for a Libra reading. And what's the first card off the top? Oh, right. Well, it's the first card in lots of ways. It's the Magician. It's the second card, really, because, of course, the first card is number 0, the Fool. So this isn't an absolute beginning. This is actually really quite positive. It's very close to your heart indeed, Libra, and balance is actually really favoured in this card. This is all about being the master of your own destiny, or the mistress, as it would seem here. And as you can see, the lady has her wand in the air, and there is light really pouring out of that wand there. So it's about light activation. Funnily enough, I did one the other day, and this was the first card that came up then too. So really, it's about working your light. It's about making things happen in terms of the actual light that you've got inside you, that you've got within you. And we'll do a chakra card, actually, at the end of the reading to see, you know, where that's going exactly, and just to find out more about it. You can see that the dragon is looking away from her here. So the dragon is actually a companion, it's a friend, and that's the theme throughout this deck, actually. Because as fearsome as dragons are, they are a great help if they're on your side. And this dragon is on your side, Libra. It's a very unbalanced time in astrology at the moment, so I've no doubt that many of you are going through situations where you're finding things going all over the place. Actually, Juno is retrograde in Libra as well, so many Librans are going through relationship difficulties. And even if you're watching this in the future, and the best time to watch these things is right now, when you're watching them, even if you're watching this in the future, that is going to be playing into your life some way or another, because relationships are always about balance, and it's easy to say, but that is a very Libran thing indeed. Okay, but that's positive. We're actually off on the journey. Feels like the early stage of a new journey to me, Libra. That's the feeling I'm getting from this one. So we'll have a shuffle and see what we come up with next. Okay, so let's have the next card for the sign of Libra in this spread, which I'm doing in February 2020. But the best time to watch it and the best time to take it in is whenever you find yourself taking it in. Okay, subscribe to my channel and have a look. There's like 600 and odd readings on there now. Might be getting closer to 700 actually, because I keep doing them all the time. So have a look through. Right, here is the next card off the top of the deck, and it's the 6 of Pentacles. Now we've got a lot of balance indicated here, and I'm actually seeing that there's 2 distinct sides to this, the top and the bottom there. There are 3 circles up top and 3 circles at the bottom. And coming after the Magician card there, and this is the middle card of the spread, by the way, so it's the heart of the matter. Coming after the Magician, this speaks about the flexibility that tends to be needed when the Magician comes up. It's nothing to fear, Libra, to use that flexibility. The universe doesn't try to make you do anything until you're actually ready to do it. And you can see the butterfly is taking refuge in the heart of the pentacle, the pentagram in the picture here. And being in the heart of the pentagram, there is great protection, because you've got all those 5 points giving you protection all the time. That is earth, that is air, that is fire and water. And the top point is the divine, you know, the actual spiritual realms, the energy of ancestors who are always around us, sending love into our lives. And certainly a lot of protection there. but you are going to have to move on from that. This card is the heart of the matter, and we don't get anywhere when we just stay centered like that. It is good to be centered in so many ways, particularly because that balances things, and that pentagram is actually between the upper and lower three sets of three spheres there. So it is actually a very balanced position, Libra, and it's really not a very balanced time at the moment. So that is a really positive thing to come up for you guys. That shows that very much is actually centered within you. It's maybe a little bit sort of airy in lots of ways, but the Pentacles is actually the suit of the earth sign. So it's Taurus, it's Virgo, it's Capricorn around you or in your chart, but it's certainly grounded. It's very grounded and very positive in that sense. The Pentacles speak of wealth up to a certain extent, and so if you're interested in trying to earn money at the moment, and who isn't, let's face it, then it's looking pretty positive again. But it's only so positive because you really are still at the heart of the pentagram here, and you need to move out in some direction. Which direction you move out in is entirely up to you, Libra. But don't be too much concerned with finding balance as things stand, okay? Because it's just very difficult to find that anywhere in the world. It's a difficult time for it now because so many planets are up to things. We've got Juno retrograde, we've got Mercury about to go retrograde, and we've just had a full moon in Leo as well, which was a real cracker. Lots of people having crazy, strange dreams around that. So lots is up in the air at the moment, it's true. But generally speaking, throughout the whole of life, and whatever we do now, excuse me, whatever we do now is the product of all the life we've had before and all the life we're going to have going forward. So it is a whole life thing. Tomorrow is today even is the first day of the rest of your life. That's worth thinking about. So don't just kind of stand still, Libra. That's the thing to do, okay? It's coming after the Magician, which is number 1 in the major arcana, and the journey is well underway when we get the Magician. And so just look for the thing to balance is kind of people putting a lot of demands on you in one direction, and either kind of life itself or you or another group of people pulling you in another direction. It's just, you know, it's a bit of a stretch. It really is. So you've got to be realistic. Maybe do some cord cutting if you need to, Libra, at this time. If the cords that you cut are actually good ones that need to be there for some hidden reason, everything will be fine. You know, cords grow back when you have to cut them, and if they're still needed or if they're needed again in the future. So act without fear there, okay? Remember that protection that you've got at the middle of the 6 of Pentacles there, but be prepared to move forward because the energy is very forward thrusting with that card, and with the strange shifting, changing times we've got at the moment, it is all propelling us forward. It doesn't always feel like it, guys, but it really is. That really is what it's about. Okay, now the 6 of Pentacles there in a 3-card spread, that is very much the heart of the matter. And let's see what the deck has to say about moving on. What is the 3rd card in this spread? We'll turn over another one, and it's number 11, Strength. This is great. They've all come out the right way up, you know. So however imbalanced things may feel, things are looking pretty good. Now then, she is on the horse there, and charging, fast-moving progress going, but the Dragon Companion is flying just overhead there. Now then, in this deck, on all the major arcana cards, we have the moon symbols up at the top there, facing each other. And that's reminding us of the phases of the moon, and really that's reminding us about the cycles of nature, which the moon is pretty much in charge of, while the sun and the moon between them anyway. Whenever we get a crescent moon, we're going to have a full moon. Whenever we get a crescent moon facing the other way, we're going to have a new moon. And whenever we have any one of those, the other ones are going to follow. Sure as night follows day, because that's what it's all about, okay? Lunar energy, it threatens to mislead us sometimes, but it is actually all about light from the sun being reflected off the moon. So there's an invitation to reflect on what's going on here as well, Libra. And in the strength card, it's showing that you have actually got everything about you that you need to be able to move forward on this journey. A bit like what we said with the magician. So this is answering the magician that we had at the beginning of this spread. Actually, you know, you do have the skills, you do have the ability. It might be hidden. You might be being called on to do something which has many aspects, and you might have experience of all the aspects, but have never put them together in this exact way before. Not to worry, as long as you've experienced those aspects, the journey of life is going to bring things together in a good way, in a positive way, because nothing gets thrown at us, any of us at all, until we're actually ready to handle it. So don't just be strong, stay strong. That's the thing, okay? Because you're strong already. That's what that card says. That's what it's all about, really. Okay. Now then, I'm going to do a chakra card in a minute just to get some more significance and see where we're going. But right now, let's have a shuffle of this deck. This is Kyle Gray's Keepers of the Light deck. It's a brilliant deck from Hay House. It's a bit like the old Doreen Virtue Ascended Masters deck, but something a bit more modern about it. A rather different take on everything, and a different kind of wisdom coming through as well. But it's all about the divine realms connecting to us and helping us as we actually work with the light that we've got. It's not just, you know, keeping the light is because it can shine out into our own lives and into other people's lives. And here we have in the Magician card number 1 here, we've actually got this lady with light at the end of her wand. Is there light at the end of the tunnel? Let's see what we got. Okay. And here we have Archangel Faith. She is Archangel Michael's twin flame, so you know you're going to be protected when this one comes up, whatever you're going to do. And it's humanity and benevolence, and that is the journey, Libra. That is how to bring balance into your own life and into the lives of other people at the same time. It says here, stay calm, trust the good in yourself and others, and see the light in the world. And she's got that beautiful heart-shaped bottle there with just a wisp coming out of it. And you could think of the spark of light that we've all got at the heart of us. Imagine that growing, as the old Doreen Virtue chakra meditation used to say. Really positive thing to do that. You know, I've got some criticisms to make of Doreen Virtue, if you've seen my Doreen Virtue, More Money and Christianity video. But particularly at this time of Juno retrograde, when relationships and love feel up in the air, and when we're seeing new sides to everything around the heart at the moment. See that heart-shaped bottle that's at the heart of Archangel Faith there. See its turquoise colour, and know that we've got to kind of join the throat chakra and the heart chakra together a little bit. All the chakras work together all the time, of course, but this is about speaking truth really from the heart mind, okay? And be willing to feed your heart, be willing to take a bit of time to actually feed what the heart desires, because if we're going to actually attain what our hearts desire, we've got to feed the heart chakra quite positively. I said I was going to do a chakra card, and I am. Let me just open this up. We're going to use Chakra Reading Cards by Rachel Sharman here. Okay, this is the book that goes with it, but this is what the cards are very much all about. Okay, so let's just extricate them from their box. They're very well packed in this box here. It's a brilliant deck. This works on the 9 chakra system, so it really has to do with linking out to the universe. But that is really what the chakras do, because when they're all aligned, it lets the energy flow through from earth to sky, or from sky to earth, whichever way it needs to go. And that brings great balance in itself. And the card I've turned over, it's red, it's root chakra energy in a big way. So this is about money, safety, security, and those 3 go together, but they're not all the same thing. I'm feeling that security is a big part of this one, Libra. Holistic health, and we've got the caduceus there, the magical symbol of, well, really of healing. I was going to say medicine, because, you know, in human designed medicine, this badge is actually worn by paramedics and has a great deal of meaning for what we might call practical real world medicine. But that really, more than anything, proves to us that the real world actually does involve a lot of these mystical things, because there's no better symbol for medicine than that. But it's holistic, okay? So as the spirals come and wrap around the bottom end of the caduceus here. Just feel, you know, those influences are coming in from all over, and they will shake your root chakra a bit, but they'll shake the nonsense out of it and get everything pointing the right way. That's what's really good about it. Okay, so root chakra, very much at the heart of the matter, and this is actually quite an unnerving time in very many ways at the moment, because so much is up in the air in astrology, and so much seems to be up in the air in real life as well. But real life and astrology are pretty much the same thing, you know. But remember, the world is always turning. Let's recap this, okay? We've got the magician, right, saying that you have got what it takes to be the master or mistress of your own destiny. The light activation going on there, so be ready to activate that light, be ready to work that light. Then we've got Six of Pentacles, great balance shown here, and also showing us that we don't have to rush out of the protection of the pentacle. We just have to be aware of the need to move forward, okay, guys, because life is change. And then Strength, essentially saying you can do it. It's number 11 in the major arcana, so we've kind of come up to the 10 of completion, and it's taking the next steps forward. Okay, well, I will leave it there. Thanks very much for watching. Thumbs up if you've enjoyed it, please. Subscribe, tap the bell so you don't miss anything, and take a look through my channel, okay? Hundreds of videos on there. If you're drawn to one, it's for you. Doesn't even matter if it's not your star sign. Leave me a comment. It's great to kind of get dialed into who I'm doing these readings for, so please leave a comment, and share me around social media if you can. It really helps me to get the word out. Meanwhile, have a fantastic rest of February. Have a fantastic rest of your life. But I will be here before the rest of your life really gets its boots on again. Okay, so subscribe. I'm doing readings all the time. I'll be back very soon. Have a good one, Libra. Peace.